to that effect, precisely indicating what authentication is sought. Sri K.R. Suresh Reddy.
Thank you, Chairman, sir. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak on both the amendment bills on Jammu Kashmir. Chairman, sir, there's a very good comparison between my region, that is Telangana state, and Kashmir. Both the regions have faced a lot of extremism, a lot of terrorism. We had faced drought, migration, and so on and so forth. So my heart continues to beat for Kashmir, because when Telangana was craved out, all what was promised, all what was missing has been delivered in the last 9.5 years. So today when we hand over the government to the Congress party, we feel satisfied that a region which was totally undeveloped, which was facing the worst migrations, has turned out to be the country's #1 state, and I wish them luck. And coming to Kashmir, sir, I do hope that the very idea of making the state into a UT, and when the UT is changed into a state, when the union government hands over to the local government, they have a similar situation to govern like how the government in Telangana has. So I would not like to dwell into the past of who did what, but going with our experience in Telangana, I would like to make a couple of suggestions to the Honorable Minister, which could be beneficial to the people of Kashmir, sir. The fundamentals required for any state to progress is education, sir. And in education, primary education is the best investment we can make in this regard, sir. So when I was looking at the figures of Kashmir, the primary school dropouts, when we compare it to the national average, which is at 1.9, Kashmir's average is at 4%. So the fundamentals are getting wrong. So this is an area where the Honorable Minister needs to look into it, come out with it. Midday scheme might be working in the country. In Telangana, we started even the breakfast scheme to attract the students, especially the young students. Similar things have to be worked out in Kashmir. You cannot allow a primary school-going student to sit in his house. That will culminate into various other factors which has led to the situation, sir. And then as the student progresses from a primary to the higher secondary level, unfortunately, Kashmir again has got in 2021, sir, 21-22 figures say the secondary school dropout is very high in Kashmir. We have this PMSS program, the Prime Minister Special Scholarship Scheme, which is happening in Kashmir also, but you have limited that only to 5,000 students. This gives a facility, a student in Kashmir, if he passes out in the 12th class, he can go study anywhere in the country. He can study in Hyderabad, he can study in Ahmedabad, he can study in Bangalore. Once he leaves the state and goes to a new state, there's a different perception he develops, different ideas comes in when he goes back. So that quota, you have blocked it at only 5,000. I request the Honorable Home Minister, try to increase the quota. As many number of Kashmiri students who want to go out and study, please give them an opportunity. And as we graduate out of secondary school and once we get into the university level, unfortunately, there is no provision for any of the students to go to any overseas universities. There is no grant from the state government which facilitates that opportunity. There's only scholarship given by some UK-based, Israel-based, where the Kashmiri students get eligible. But there's nothing tangible coming from the government. If that opportunity is given to the Kashmiri students, definitely we'll get to see them more in the Harvards and the MITs, where our Kashmiri students will tend to bring in a lot of laurels to us, sir. So, and on the other front, a lot has been spoken on the tourism part. Well, the gates have opened up for Kashmir. It's a fact. Just another 2 minutes with your kind, sir, where a lot of tourists are going. But what is glaring there is the lack of infrastructure, the falling infrastructure. And the reason for that, fundamentally, the hotels. I'm not talking about the five-star hotels. The mid-level hotels, where most of the tourists tend to stay, they are all on leased properties. the hotel is not able to refurbish them. They are not able to maintain them because since 1985, the leases of these properties have not been renewed by in Kashmir. A small effort has been done by Mufti Saab when he was the Chief Minister, but unfortunately he passed away and the matter is still pending. So I would really appreciate the government. Look at the Rajasthan model. That is really working. Look into it. And finally, sir, finally on the POK. On the POK, well, we are speaking about 24 seats being reserved, but the danger is, if you look back in 2007, POK made an appeal to the CPA, the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association, stating that they have become a region, they have an assembly, so they are entitled for membership in CPA. At that point of time, Government of India, through the Parliament, the then Speaker Somnath Chatterjee, we led a delegation and thwarted the efforts. So it's not the question of being happy by nominating 24 members here. What are the efforts the government is doing to ensure that POK becomes part of our country legitimately? So what are the directions through CPA, through CHOGM, through UN, the government is doing? With these words, sir, I thank you for the opportunity.
Professor